Think terror training camps are only located in places like Pakistan? Think again. Our next guest has proof that radical Muslims are training to wage jihad right here in our own backyards.
Thanks, Peter. Are radical Muslim jihadists training right under our noses on American soil? Well, according to a new book, dozens of terrorist training compounds have been scattered across the United States of America for more than 3 decades.
And joining us now is the author of Twilight in America and the founder and president of the Christian Action Network, Martin Moyer. Good to see you. How'd you become interested in trying to see how many of these camps exist right under our noses?
Well, we had been writing some issues about radical Islam, and an FBI agent came up to our office and said, do you understand you have a terrorist compound of Islamic Muslim training about 30 miles from your office, so you better be careful with what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's how we came in arrested.
Also, I understand a guy who was recruited out of prison to live and wound up living with these people at the terror training camps who had been working with the NYPD. A fellow by the name of Ali Aziz came up to you and he goes, look, I got to tell you the story because if people knew what was going on here, they'd be horrified.
Yeah, you know, Steve, most people have never heard of Jamaat al-Furqa in the United States. It's a very foreign name. But almost everybody's heard of Wall Street Journal Daniel Pearl.
Sure.
And Daniel Pearl was on his way to investigate the leader of these compounds in America when he was kidnapped and beheaded and dismembered. This book and what Ali has to say pretty much tells the rest of Daniel Pearl's investigation, that they've been here for over 3 decades, that they have committed assassinations and murders and kidnappings, that they're involved in drug running and gun running, that their whole goal is to purify Islam through violence. But what Ali had to say was even more shocking. He spent 8 years inside of these terrorist camps as an undercover agent for the NYPD. And he basically told me the 3 M's. That is, they're still engaging in murder, and that they still do military training, jihadist training, to strike and attack such objects as water treatment plants, nuclear power facilities, and that he calls them modern warrior slaves. Very frightening stuff what he had to tell us.
I want to take a look at a map because these are the 17 camps that Fox News has been able to confirm through our brain room. You can see that the majority of them are throughout the southeast and northeast corridor. Do law enforcement officials, Martin, know about all of these, and are they monitoring them and watching them?
You know, there's a lot of different law enforcement agencies involved here. Most of these camps are in rural America, so they're in the backyards of America with very, very small police departments. In Hancock, New York, for instance, the entire police department is made up of just 5 officers to watch this 80-acre compound that headquarters this Jamaat camp.
And we just showed, Martin, the map that shows 17. Those are the ones we've been able to confirm. You say there are a lot more out there. We just showed some video. What are they doing? What are they doing at these camps?
Well, according to Ali, they're training for jihad against America.
To kill people.
To kill people.
So it's just, this looks like one of those Taliban or, you know, one of the al-Qaeda training camps that we saw 10 years ago.
He said, you have to understand this. These people start at the age of 17 on these compounds with one goal, and that is to wage a holy war against America. He said they are proud to be gangsters.
And these are Americans, right?
All of these are Americans, yes, indeed.
And where are they recruiting people to come to these camps?
Well, a lot of them are recruited out of prison, but the really important ones, the ones that exceed, are then sent to Pakistan to train under Sheikh Jelani's military compounds he has there, then sent back to the American camps to further the training of the people that live in the United States.
I got a feeling after we put up that map with all the camps in the eastern third of the United States, you're probably going to sell a bunch of books in those areas so people know what's going on in their own neck of the woods. Twilight in America, Martin Moyer, we thank you very much for joining us live.
All right, thank you very much.